Apologies, I had to hand off my future McKinney enrollments. My name is Drew McCollum. I have 3 children, 2 are current students at McKinney. My daughter's in 2nd grade, my oldest is in kindergarten. As I just notated, I've got a 9-month-old son here that I'm looking forward to putting in McKinney pre-K. A little bit about myself and why I felt it was important to speak tonight. I lived in 5 states before I was 8 years old. I attended 4 different elementary schools in 3 of those states. Once we finally settled, my childhood home was at the end of a 3/4 mile long gravel driveway. I say all of this because as a child, I did not understand what a community upbringing felt like. In fact, I was indifferent to it. I knew I wanted it, but I never was able to participate in like I can now. When my wife and I decided to have children, we were living in Seattle at the time, about 8 years ago. The first thing she told me when we were starting to look for a home, she said, "I have to live near McKinney." I laughed and I thought the idea of buying a home because of an elementary school was so humorous. That was primarily due to my ignorance and indifference because I did not share her experiences of attending such a great community elementary school. Once I looked into the OSD school ratings, which have already been cited, test scores, the opportunities, I was sold. And so we began to search and we found our current home, which is just a short distance away. Now, 8 years later, here I am, standing in the last place I thought I would ever be, begging strangers to keep my children's school open while trying to keep my composure. I ask you, the board and the superintendent, look at me not as a parent, but as a statistic. In the words of Kevin Costner, if you keep it open, they will come. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of other McKinney and Madison alumni that will return back if they have not moved away because they realize how special and rare it is to find affordable housing with a small community school. It is what makes this area so desirable and special. You begin to close these schools down because you're afraid of taking a few administrative cuts, the dominoes will not stop falling. We have spoken at Senate and House committee meetings, we've held town halls, created independent reports. Now we all stand here in solidarity to help protect our kids and keep their schools open. Although I did not vote for any of you at the current board, Maria, Jess, you have earned my respect. And I appreciate you putting differences aside and doing what is right by voting against stripping the most vulnerable children in our community away from their schools. Murphy, as a fellow Cougar, when you got your doctorate, come on, man. Pullman is community. Let's go Cougs. Don't dismantle these schools and make it a Pac-12. That's terrible, right? Go back to Pullman, remember community. Finally, I want to say this, I've been so humbled by the efforts of all the parents and community members you've given my children and me what I have never had a community to be a part of. I also know that Madison and McKinney moms are the most fearless and unstoppable force of this world that not be coming. Thank you to everyone.